Alright, let's talk about the time King Charles nearly died in an avalanche, and why this 35-year-old tragedy still fascinates us today. Yeah, you heard that right. A king, a snowstorm, and a moment that could have ended in a royal funeral. But here's the twist. This isn't just a story about survival. It's about trauma, legacy, and how even the most powerful people on Earth aren't immune to nature's wrath. Let me set the scene. 1988. Clusters, Switzerland. Prince Charles, then just a guy with a crown waiting to happen, is skiing off-piste with friends. For those unaware, off-piste means I'm rich and I'm bored, let's flirt with death. Suddenly, an avalanche hits. Chaos ensues. One of his closest pals, Major Hugh Lindsay, plummets 400 meters to his death. Charles survives, but here's the kicker. Decades later, he's still talking about it. Why? Because trauma doesn't expire. It simmers. It shapes you. And if you're a royal, it even affects how you view your own mortality in a world that treats you like a character in a history book, not a human being. Now, let's unpack this. Charles could have brushed off the avalanche as a bad day on the slopes. But he didn't. At a recent event honoring mountain rescue teams, he called it a close thing. That phrase? It's so British it hurts. No dramatics, just understatement. But dig deeper, and you realize he's not just reminiscing. He's reflecting on the razor-thin line between life and death, and how that line is especially sharp when you're surrounded by people trained to save you. The irony. The same royals we see as untouchable, often the most vulnerable to these moments. No amount of protocol prepares you for watching a friend die in front of you. And what about the media circus around this? The Crown dramatized it, despite the victim's widow objecting. That's the modern monarchy in a nutshell. Their tragedies become our entertainment. But here's what fascinates me. Charles didn't quit skiing after the avalanche. He kept going back to clusters. Even had chairlifts named after him. To me, this isn't just about loving a sport. It's about conquering fear on your own terms. Like saying, you almost took me, but now I own this mountain. Contrast that with today. He admits his skiing days are over. Aging. Sure. But also, maybe a quiet acknowledgement that some battles aren't about bravery. They're about knowing when to walk away. But wait, let's zoom out. Why does any of this matter? Because royal families are a lens into human nature. Charles's avalanche story isn't unique. It's universal. We've all faced moments where life feels fragile. The difference? His moment played out under a global spotlight. And now, as king, he's using that experience to connect with rescue workers, people who stare down death daily. That's the hidden thread here. Trauma becomes empathy. Survival becomes service. And for a monarchy constantly accused of being out of touch, that human thread might be their last lifeline to relevance. So next time you hear King Charles Avalanche, don't just think old news. Think about how we all carry our own avalanches, those moments that redefine us. And maybe, just maybe, that's what makes him more relatable than we'd ever expect.